But we're doing a CCNA, MCS, Microsoft certification, some of those things. But you're paid a lot of money to somebody. I've forgotten one Indian school. I was learning digital marketing and SEO. You see those things, they are very powerful. So if I'm starting from ground zero today, what I will focus on is not digital marketing. So if you have a business and you want to grow your business, what you should focus on is digital marketing. Now let me explain. Every day in my office, when you called me yesterday, I told you, I said, let me check my schedule. So I told my people, I said, please, move all my meetings this morning because my other called me. Move all my meetings this morning, right? I'll reschedule them because I'm going to be here today. And all of these customers, how do we acquire them? Social media, digital marketing, right? I was looking at our numbers yesterday because every first week of the month, I look at our numbers. Within the last 1 year, we have acquired almost 3,000 new clients, new customers. So every day in the office, I talk to like 10 different persons. And I explained my business to you guys the last time. You don't even travel there. So people pay 100K to book consulting sessions with me. So I have about 10 clients every single day. And we don't spend money on ads. So what do? Educational content, evergreen content, and focused on SEO. So if you go online now and search for how to apply for a UK visa on YouTube, there's a very high chance that you're going to see my video. If you go on YouTube now and search for how to make money online in Nigeria, there's a very high chance that you're going to see my content. Why? Because I understand digital marketing. Because I understand SEO. These two things, they are very powerful. So to answer your question, if I am to start from ground zero today, and I have a business that sells, give me an example, I don't know, maybe it's an academy, right? That I'm training people on software engineering, for instance. What I'm going to do is that the person that is looking to learn software engineering, what keywords are they possibly searching for online? Those are the keywords I will build my content around it to actually promote. And the whole idea is this, right? People make the mistake, I said this the last time I was here. People make the mistake of thinking that you are more likely to convert customers if you are telling them to buy. You sell shoes. Every time you are focused on, I have this shoe for sale, Nike, Jordan for sale, this, that for sale. No, everybody is doing that. And that said something, that she wants to be a different kind of software engineer, computer science student, a different type. So how do you differentiate yourself? If I was selling shoes, what I would focus on is making content, teaching people how to identify fake Nike shoes from the real one. That's what I will most likely focus on. So people will come to me because there is value. Right? And I keep saying this thing, value trumps aesthetics at every point in time. So if I'm teaching people how to spot fake Nike shoe from the real one, there's a very high chance that you would come to my content because you want to learn something. I am not interested in teaching you, in selling to you. But hey, all of us are marketers. At the end of the day, we want to make sales. Yeah. Right? So, but when I give you value, there's a very high chance that you will trust me when I say, come and buy this thing. Just like Casimir said. Oh, sorry, it was Mike. That trust is very important. So when I make educational content, teaching you things that you are genuinely interested in, things that you genuinely get value from, right? These are if I tell you that you can contact me to check if the shoe that you have bought is real, there's a very high chance that you pay me 1K to confirm that your shoe is true before you pay for it. Because I have succeeded in building trust with you, in showing you that I have the right skills to actually get this thing done for you. So the whole idea is not buy. As a matter of fact, most of the time when I see people on WhatsApp status, every time they are posting issues for sale, things for sale, this, that, I just skip it. Because I already know what you want, what you are posting. But if you are genuinely posting educational content that I would learn something from, there's a very high chance that I will spend my time and actually consume your content. And that is how you build trust. So coming back to your question, if I'm starting from ground zero today, and I want to build a successful business, what I will focus on is educational content, paying attention to digital marketing and SEO. Another good thing about educational content is the fact that it is evergreen content, sort of. There are content that I made maybe 3-4 years ago, right? But today, they are still very visible. Why? Because it is not a trending topic. It is an evergreen content that, see, if you are searching for how to fill a UK visa application form, it is the same. At least for maybe the next 10 years, it's still the same content. So when you are searching for these things, you are going to see the exact same content. When you are searching for what documents do I need to apply for a UK visa, it's most likely going to be the same. Right? So these are all evergreen content. So if you are starting a business today, here's my advice. Right? Number one, start a blog.
Okay.
Right? Start a blog. So when I say blog, I don't mean start blog Nigeria and those kind of. I actually mean a blog, proper blog, where you have a domain name, webits.com. Then you write content. For instance, you sell shoes again, human hair. How to identify synthetic hair and this. That's very good content that people will be genuinely interested in. Right? Then go on YouTube. Set up a YouTube account, it's free. And start making content about how to differentiate from synthetic hair, from human hair, from Vietnam, from this, from how to start human hair business, how to, you get what I mean? So these are contents that people will be genuinely interested in. Then when you have done the jab, then there's right hook. This is from a book I read 2 years ago, and Gary V. Jab, right, to get of the book. You might want to find it and read it, right? So it actually means when you watch boxing, somebody whose power is in his right hand, he sees his left hand to jab, looking for opportunity. Once he sees opportunity, he goes in for a kill with his right hand. That is jab, right hook. So you give value. I have this for sale. Value. I have this for sale. That's the right way to sell. You build trust before you say, I have this for sale. So in almost all my videos, right, I will teach you genuinely how to apply for a UK visa. I will teach you everything from A to Z. Tell you about my experience. And at the end of the video, I will tell you, if you want me to take a look at your document before you submit it, please go to No Agent Travel Guide and book an expert visa analysis session with me. That's my strategy. And every single day, we have about 10 persons booking these sessions with us. People from UK, Jamaica, St. Lucia, Mongolia, India, Pakistan, Kenya, Sierra Leone, South Africa, contacting us to actually get this thing because I have built trust with them. I was surprised. Somebody from Iran reached out to us and told me that he's a doctor in Iran. He wants to go and write his Plan 2 exam in the UK. We had a consultation and we helped him. He now paid us and we did the application for him. Right? Yesterday, a white British guy, Ryan, sent me a review. I told him to give for us. What was the story? He has a girlfriend who lives in Colombia, but the girl is from Venezuela. Right? So they met online. The girl teaches Spanish on preply. So they've been dating. They've met once in Poland and all of that. So he had a conversation. I told him and I said, from what you've told me, I don't think your girlfriend is qualified for this visa right now. Please chill for the next 3 months. And these are the things you need to do for the next 3 months. Number one, before he spoke to us, he saw my video on YouTube. That video built trust, right? And he paid to have that conversation. Digital marketing. Right? Then we spoke. After we spoke, he was doubly convinced. I'm a very good salesperson. Right? But he was doubly convinced that he paid us to handle the girlfriend's application. And we did that. It was approved. He now reached out to us and I said, Brian, thank you very much. Please, I need you to make a video talking about the experience working with us. And he agreed that he was going to do it. So he sent me the script yesterday, and I said, please, this is good. Record a video with your phone saying exactly what is on this script. And what am I going to use it for? Marketing. That's it. Right? So if I were to start again today, digital marketing is the way to go. And that's exactly what I do.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Before I move on to the next person, there's something I want you to buttress on. You said digital marketing, if you have a business, you get a blog, you create content. Now, my question is this: does that apply for local businesses too? For example, somebody that sells food stuff. Now, I'm not talking about a market setting, but like let's say this person ships out bags of rice, maybe crayfish, and all that. Would that same strategy work for this person?
100%.
Okay.
Now, let me explain. Yeah, you will still answer.
Okay.
So, there's been a lot of talk. Like my mom would always say, when you want to buy rice, my mom will tell you that there's a lot of this Chinese rubber that they sell in the market today. What if you start making content, telling people that this is how to identify the real rice, or the nutritious value of this local rice versus the imported, or whatever it is? There's always something to teach. Right, there's always something to teach. And remember, I said that value trumps aesthetics at every point in time. So your focus should be giving value. That is how you build trust. If every time you're online, take like, for instance, no shades. I don't follow blogs like Instablog because I don't get value from their content. That's me personally. Right? But I follow somebody like, what's his name? This Eli Kimwa.
Okay, Eric Gugwa.
Gugwa, yes. I will follow him every day and every time because he has the value that he gives in his content is mind blowing. You get, so my point is that it applies to every kind of business that you are doing. Every business that it applies to it. There's always value to be given before you say, come and buy.
Thank you very much, sir.
So I wanted to add to what Gerald said. There is a lady, two ladies I follow on Facebook. One says on breaker. There was a time she did a video, I don't know if anybody has seen it, where she was showing off her house that she built. A very powerful mansion in the Port Harcourt. She sells on breaker. I think she buys them from Lagos here. She doesn't go import. How does she sell content? She create content around Africa business, talk about Africa business, even have user stars to add to movies and all that. Some of you must have seen it. You get it now. So the same thing. Free content to consume, then sell. People come from everywhere in Nigeria to come and buy Africa from her. Even people in Lagos go to her and she buys the Africa from Lagos. Yes. I also know another lady, very young girl, that girl is like 22. She's a multi-millionaire. She sells fish, all those river things, that's what she sells. Yes, seafood. And our major clients are international clients. She doesn't really do local clients. She doesn't do. What does she share? Content. She creates content, talk about fish, talk about business, go to the riverside, dance and create content, talk about different kind of fish. How these fishes come from the river, nutritional fishes and all of that. Then when she wants to now do like a show off, you see how many bags of fishes and crayfish that people have purchased that she's selling outside Nigeria. Everything content on social media.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Does anybody have anything to add as regards that question? If you were to start afresh right now, and all you had was your laptop, your phone, and internet connection, what are the skills or what are the steps that you would take to get to this point and even beyond?
Okay, for me, because I've been there a couple of times, one of the first things that I would do, I would do like 3 or 4 things. One, just like Gerald said, digital marketing. Then 2, I will also do local business relationship. Then 3, I will learn more. I will learn more of business negotiations. And then the 4th one will be sales. Now let me take it. Based on what I do currently, based on my skill, digital marketing. And the kind of digital marketing I will do is to give more of free value, just like what you do, more of free value. Because, you know, we Nigerians, even abroad, people like free things. But I tell you, there's nothing that is free. It is free for you at that moment. And then it's paid for me from this side. But it's going to turn around. You understand? After you consume my free service, you will come back to ask me 1 or 2 questions. That is when we will now turn the pendulum. You understand? You now pay for that service. So I will dwell more on free services. While I was growing up, even when we started our business, the first thing we were doing was to render free services. We were going to churches. We write proposals to churches to teach free web design. The first job I got was a big church, Catholic diocese of Iselu. Those of you who are from Delta, you know, Catholic has a diocese. You know, diocese covers a certain number of parishes. So Iselu diocese covers, I think, about 4 local governments in Delta State. You understand? And each of these local governments, you have more than 70 parishes combined, you know. As at that time, I already spotted that my diocese doesn't have a website. So I started making research to find out who is the communication director of the diocese. So it happened to be one Igbo man, Reverend Father Charles Ugawa. So then, me and Chief, we sat down, we were talking. I said, okay, guy, let's see where I'm going on. He said, see you with this your small body. They will recognize you. They will say, this guy is just hungry. So the first thing I did was to buy a lens. I bought a lens to look like a professor. And then, you know, I had this, we call this one monkey suit. You know, monkey suit, that is just monkey jacket, yes. So I had one. I had one polished white sleeve with one black shoe. So that day, me and my friend, me and Pascal, so we dressed up. We didn't have this laptop bag, so we went down. One of our friends is a Jehovah Witness guy. So we have this Jehovah. I'm just telling you, you know. So we want to look it. So we borrowed that bag from this guy and put our laptop, packaged the proposal, put it inside, and then went straight to Iselu. When this man saw us, after interviewing us, he said, I'm actually believing you guys because as I saw you with your spec, you look responsible. That was what this guy actually used to accept us. The amount we fixed was overboard. For him, he said, with the amount, he would have chased us out. But with our outlook, he just felt that we are serious, we really know what we were doing. And at the end of the day, he actually priced the amount from 150 to 40,000. We agreed to do it. The money, I think we spent around 15,000 to buy the domain name and the hosting as at then, and we did the job. So like what I'm trying to say is that I was to start all over digital marketing, free services, and then local relationship. Now I do stocks. I teach people on how to invest in the financial market. And I need a way to connect with those who make money. And nobody will give you their money if there's no level of trust. Do you understand? And I found out that here in Nigeria, people trust you more when they deal with you locally, one-on-one, with money. Unlike the way they will trust you on the social platform. So I have this ability to establish such relationship. So if I'm starting all over, I will forget anything, but I will target the big guys and create a business relationship with them. And don't forget, you can't create a business relationship with a rich man if you don't have anything to offer him or her. So one, I've already made up my mind I'm going to offer free services. So what I do currently is that I can create a content around your personality, your legacy. And let me tell you the truth. Why we are here is exactly what we did for the GO of this church. Reverend Chris. Reverend Chris is someone that believes in education, empowerment, business empowerment. He does that. Even when you met him 2016, that was exactly what he was doing. So when we decided to do this, we actually pitched that to him. The first thing we told him, it was just like a 5 minutes conversation in his office. He just finished the first service, went inside, Pastor Tayo took us inside. We were standing, said, you are coming from Benin. Okay, I'm about to go for second service. What do you have? We just told him, sir, you have been doing a lot of training, and we knew you since 2016, and this is the training that you have been doing. We want to capitalize on that and start imparting people based on what you have been doing before. This is our proposal. We want to do this thing free for your church. He looked at us. Are you serious? In fact, he was supposed to spend just 3 minutes. He said, okay, tell me how this thing works. I'm interested. Immediately, he approved that project, and we fixed the date while standing within 5 minutes. Within 5 minutes, he chose a date. He said, work with Pastor Tayo when you are going to come. We'll take up every other thing. When we went there to dish out the free service, the free training, for some persons who have been into this free training, you go to their training, they give you 2 minutes free training, just introduction. Yeah. The next minute they tell you, join my master class. Every other thing will be talked about there. The free one they taught you can't do anything with it. But for us, we give you the option. You can go with the free and succeed with the free, because we give you all. That was what we did in Port Harcourt. Immediately as we were rounding up, we were in his office when we were having a one-on-one conversation. He just put a call to Pastor Efosa. They are using his words. I'm sending some men, they are in my office now. I'm sending them to Lagos. In fact, this training, people must do it. Pastor Efosa wanted to say, like, when he said, no, I don't need you to negotiate. Just took a date. Because if these people live here, you will not see them again. No, that was his language. And then we did that. So what I'm trying to say is that, depending on your business, for me, I deal with people who have cash. And they can't give me their cash to manage if they don't see value in me. So I render free service to them. That is one of the things that I will do if I'm starting all over. And then about sales, sometimes we don't know how to price ourselves. It's always the problem. You have the skill, you have everything, but you don't know how to price yourself. Either to price yourself on the average, down price, or overprice. So I will learn more on sales, on pricing. There are some services you want to render somebody, you know that the person can pay up to $1 million. And then because you want to show him that you are above $1 million, you just tell him, okay, what I'm going to do, this service for you will be 2.5 million. You look at it, what do you mean 2.5 million? It's too much, I can't do that. But for me, I will give you variation. I'll give you options. I can do this thing for you, 750K. I can also do it for you, 1 million. I can do it for you, 2 million. It depends on the features that I'm going to give you. Now let me explain. For 150, I won't give you any after service support. But for 1 million, I will only give you support for just 2 weeks. But I will encourage you that if you allow us to assist you for 3 months, that will be better, because within that 3 months, you'll be able to understand the process when you have the challenges and how to solve them. And that will go for 2.5 million. So which one will you go for? You leave it for your customer to decide. If you choose the 750, anytime you call us, we're going to charge you a certain amount to render this service. But how about go for that 2.5? We will be able to take our time, teach you everything, teach you how to handle it, and of course get the service along the line. So these are the few things I will do if I'm starting Oliver again.
Okay, everybody has said everything based on their capacity. Now, for me, that is a small child. I'm the youngest of them all. Basically, when I was in school, I produced peanuts. I do peanuts when I was in school. So I was doing it in my lunch, and the smell alone will attract you to my room, and you buy. So when I was only selling in my room, I now took my peanut to every shops in my school. I will not tell you to buy. I only say test. If you like it, call me to supply. That was exactly what I did. And I will tell you the truth. I just package it small, carry it to all the shops in my school. I was like, good afternoon, sir. I'm Juliet. I produce peanuts. Do not like, I don't want this thing. Everybody go this one. I said, sir, no, just test my own. If you like it, call me back. As I'm leaving there, I'll drop my number. The day I did that, I just prepared in the evening. I did around my school. Before I get to my room, I was receiving calls. How did you supply? Where will you bring for me? Where will you do this? I went out of my own comfort zone to get those customers. When I finished school, every day till today, they'll be like, Ada, you have not started big. Come and be supplying for us now. You get. I get to Benin City. I was like, hi, when I was in Compa, how will I want to start back my business. How will I do it? I use the same method I used before. Benin. So that's one thing I do. And I'm the kind of girl that I don't do what women do. What my fellow girl do, I don't do it. I basically craft my own niche myself. So now, as a web developer, to tell you the truth, today I'm telling myself I will keep pushing myself out there posting. I don't post. But you see, if I have one person, I will convince you with everything in me. Whether you like it or not, you see that 500K you pay it. I'm not going below it. So what I do is telling you this is what I want to give to you. And I'll make you know that I am a female. So trust me, I'm going to give you the best. And if you call me 2 o'clock, I will answer you. 1 o'clock, I will answer you. 3, because of that, I build trust within one person. And that one person, because of how diligent I am with that person, I was answering the person's call. In fact, I kept my phone on reply, this responder. If you drop message for me, it will just respond to you immediately. The guy will be like, this guy always active 247. I say yes. In the sense that, so that one client I have referred me to so many people because of my diligence, because I'm available, because I'm always I will make you believe that I can do it. Even though I don't know how to do it, in fact, I can do it. I have my boss there to put me through. So if I collect a job, anyone I don't know, I will not want to make myself feel like I don't know how to do this thing. It's not possible for me. I will tell you I can do it. The ones that is so hard, if my boss will not answer me, another person will answer me. And that is it for me. Thank you.
Okay, sir. So you are trying one light on the question of if you only have a laptop, a phone, and internet right now, what would you do differently? What are the steps that you would take?
So, for a business, what I observe is a business has 3 realms. Most people don't know. There is the spiritual realm, physical realm, and the digital realm.
Okay.
So most of us we focus on the spiritual realm, we are Christians, and the physical realm. We don't focus on the digital realm. And one good advantage of digital marketing is, if for instance you have a shop, maybe along this road now, your potential customers and people passing by, they're passers by, isn't it? And the public that you sell to somebody in China is almost zero. It's very slim. But what digital marketing does is it takes you from
your bedroom where you are takes your product to another person in London to deliver your product there. So the only way you can go out to the world, to be visible to the world, is digital marketing. That proves the value of digital marketing and why we should understand that content is fundamental. You produce content. If you have as little capital as possible, you can run adverts, but you're not focusing on sales initially. You're focusing on creating relationship with people, understanding your customer base and your marketplace. Because there's a marketplace for every business. The approach is different. And when you understand your marketplace, you know the exact strategy to use and you cash out money, serious money. So when I came in, after my training, my digital marketing training, Mr. Adebare taught me the advantage of using free as a means of attraction, attention. So then I did free training. When I was in my free training, I will give you a free product to use. And I will ensure that product will do very well for you. So once you are done with that product, I don't need to ask you to buy. I will not ask you to buy. And that's the suya method. When you go to buy suya, they will first cut one and give you. Because he wants you to have a feel of what you want to buy. You understand? Because the problem is you have the product. People don't know what you are selling. They don't know how it works. They don't know how it functions. The only way you can do that is from relationship and making them have a feel of it. It's not a loss when you give out free products. You're not losing. You are creating long-lasting business relationship and trust. Sometimes you give to people that cannot patronize you, they will bring big clients. I had cases where I do trainings and there are marketers in my class. Those marketers will bring more sales than most other persons. So I realized that if you don't give things free, how will people know you? Because I don't know you before. I live in London. You are selling the products here in Nigeria. I can't just send you money. I can't just send you money to buy. I must know you. I must trust you. And I must be sure that that is your area of authority. Because I want to deal with an authority in a field, not somebody who wants to learn. So when you come and start your content, you need to start it. Do it as if you are the god of your business. Do you understand? I had a case where one of my students finished one of my videos. He chatted me. He said, after I watch your video, I feel like I'm a professional. I love your content so much, you enter the subconscious of people. Yeah. I don't know if you get the gist. Yes. You're not just going to create content. No, you are creating it to ensure that they cannot forget what you do. And it applies to every industry. When I look at the strategy that Palm Tech used, it was interesting. He just discussed cars, how to manage cars, you know. Then from there, he's not selling cars. It's a strategy. It's an approach. So you cannot start with sales because everybody has, you know, they don't like sales. They don't like getting money. All of us want to spend. We want to get spending, but we want to get something. So give us something. And when we start dealing with you, actually with you, we don't want to give you the money. I sold the product to somebody. After selling, I said, collect your product, set up your account, let's put your robot. He did not even, he was not bothered. He didn't know where he bought the product. He didn't even need the product. Aww. Because I worked on his mind so much that he just knows he must buy it, but doesn't know why. That is the power of digital marketing. Child. So it's only skill that you need almost zero capital. I tell people that with digital marketing, you don't need much. You just have to be in the right place at the right time. Okay. Finish. Because you can have that skill, go to people with the products and sell it for them just because you have content and you have value. So it's as easy as that, but it requires a lot of commitment. You have to be committed to it. You can't come to this business and say, I want to make 10 million naira in 1 week. No. You come to this business and tell yourself that within 3 or 4 months, I want to train people in this aspect to become professionals. In the process, you start making your money. You want to make this level of impact. Before you know, you start making your money. But don't focus on the money initially. Focus on content and value.
Thank you.
Okay, I will still say my own part of it with examples and a short story.
Okay.
First of all, let me ask a question. Let's say, for example, now you learned carpentry today. Do you think you can get a customer next week? The answer is actually no. Because why? They don't know you and they have not seen what you can do yet.
Okay.
When I learned my web development skill late 2019, between September 2019 to December, so I think I finished by January 2020. Then COVID set in, so we were at home. So I was like, what can I now be doing? I started posting myself on Facebook because I used to see some persons, all these Indian guys, Pakistani guys. They were all posting on Facebook groups. So like, let me still do what you guys are doing. I started posting on. I can be joining groups almost every day. So I started posting. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. Until one day, one Indian man messaged me. He said I should give him my number. I sent him my WhatsApp number. He messaged me on WhatsApp and he asked me if I can do this and that. I said yes. After finished everything, he paid me $25. My first job ever, I just learned the skill. What I needed to do was just put myself out there, and somebody paid me $25. Imagine you being paid, though it was small, but at least that thing was big to me. Your first job ever, not the Nigerian, somebody outside paid $25. So after that, he kept on giving me projects to do, and I was saving from that. The reason and only way I lost his contact was because after COVID, so I went back to school, and I started doing my school projects. You know how school projects can be very hectic. You don't have time to do other things. That was why I could not do projects for him. And I lost his contact. Back again to another story. This year, I have my own personal TikTok. I just go there to have fun and that. So I created a new TikTok account for business sake, and I called it Nigeria Best Web Developer, just for SEO. So the first couple of videos I posted were just screen record of what I've done. I saw that they were not having views at all. Because what I was just trying to do was sell. Nobody was really interested in that. So I started posting videos on that has to do with humor, that make you laugh, but at least we still give you the impression that I'm a software engineer, or I'm a software developer, or I can do this and that. One of my videos I posted is having over 153,000 views. Do you know how many persons actually messaged because of that video? A lot of persons were like, oh, can you do this and that? Can you do this? Can you do that? My WhatsApp DM now, I am chatting with somebody right now, and the guy is from, I think, Indonesia. Filipino guys are messaging me, UK guys are messaging me. All this happened because of visibility. Most of us, we have social media accounts, but the only thing we do there is post, watch videos, and that. You don't do anything else. But in that, you can still be able to create something different from your own personal life, but for your business. Even if it's humor or jokes you want to be posting, let it still redirect back to what you do or to your business. So that's it.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You guys have done justice to that question. So the bottom line is you need visibility, you need digital marketing, you need SEO. Whether it's for your business, whether it's for your career, you need visibility, you need digital marketing, you need SEO. So now the next question that I have is this, and I'm asking based on myself and also on behalf of the audience also. There's this, when you want to start out a new business, or you're doing a business, you want to scale up, or even a career, you want to transition into a new career path, or you want to just go higher in your particular field, there are different fears that come into play. There are different questions, there are different, I won't necessarily call them excuses because I feel they are valid. Now, for example, one of such would be, is the market not saturated? Let's say, for example, I'm an air vendor. My friend sells hair too. I have 4 persons in my contact list that sells hair. What makes mine different? Is the market not saturated? Why should I actually start this business? Now that's one. Another one is, this person has rich parents. That's the reason why she can do it so well. Somebody may say Mr. Gerard now, without knowing his backstories or anything. Usually he comes from this wealthy family. His house, his parents had house in Banana Island, or what's the most expensive place to live in Lagos, or something. You will not know where he's actually coming from. But most times, that's the mindset that we come with. well, our parents are rich, our parents are rich, or his parents are rich, he had connections, he had rich uncles and all that. Another such excuse is the economy is too hard.
You land in a safe speech. You see testimonials of people who attended the training. Then you click on the button, you join the WhatsApp group. That's the model. See the ad free, join the WhatsApp group now. When you join the WhatsApp group, we do a 3 days training for you, free of charge. So at the end of the 3 days training, some people will say, oh, we want certification for the training, right? So we say, for those who want certification for the training, we charge them 1,999 naira, that's 2,000. Of course, if we have 1,100 people who joined, we might likely have 20 to 30 people who paid. Now, those 30 people who paid, we almost be interested in the advance. Moved from 3 to 2,000, we moved to 50,000 or 900,000. From 100,000, those are the same people who now say, we have a training that we are doing now for 1 million naira. It's a 6 months training and 3 months. It is the same people who move from 3 to 100,000 that also moved from that 100,000 to 1 million naira. They also moved from that to 250, 300,000 naira training. I don't know if you get it now.
Yeah.
Now, we have a training we do for 1 million. If we go online, even if we spend 100 million to advertise that this training is 1 million naira, nobody will pay for that training. You get the concept now?
Yes.
Nobody will pay for that training. But we move them through a process which we call funnel, customer journey. We call it funnel, customer journey. A customer journey is the process you take a prospective customer from the first time the customer sees you to where the customer buys from you. And it doesn't end there to when you now retain the customers. And many of those people who have gone through our trainings, they get to even get big projects. And they come to us. Somebody will come to report, I have a project of 5 million naira. I think I can do it, but I want you to work with me on this. We see that we have a digital marketing strategy section, and that is it. We have some of them who know. Some of our students know the governor, they know the commissioner, but we don't have the access. And some of these students started for free. Even some of you here, by the time we finish this training, we got it a lot. On free training, some people say, can you work with so. Before we know it, Kasime has a training with I think Army in Port Harcourt. It was Air Force. It was the training that we did that somebody came and said, I want to introduce you to the Air Force. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. It's a business model, and it's not something we just do out of fun. We do it intentionally. So it can take us complete 3 months to make that money from you. But when the money starts coming, it looks like a blood money. I don't know if you get the concept now. It looks like a blood money. So this is the model we use for our business. Now, coming back to your question, I follow Aki Alabi a lot when he was coming on. I don't know if you know Aki Alabi. He's the owner of Naira Bet. You know Aki Alabi started like all of us. I attended his first seminar, I think, I forgot the year. So somebody asked him this question you're asking now. He said, how do I go into a saturated market that there are already a lot of people? Do you know the answer? He said, first thing you need to identify is that for the fact that this market has a lot of people, it means that there is money in the market. It means that there is a hunger for that market. I said, what do? You said, go into that market and find a way to bring a unique thing into that market. So if everybody is into that market, and let's say, okay, it's a market of selling, let me say, human hair. I don't know if you get it now. Human hair, in Pennsylvania, 1 million naira. Now you go into that market. When you get into that market, don't just sell human hair. Bring in creams that the people will use to treat that hair. Show them a method for them to make sure that our hair does not tangle. And add it as an add-on to that market. You would have brought a kind of difference into that market. But you are still inside that market. Because in marketing, you go where the money is. You sell what the people want. You don't sell what you like. You sell what, me, I don't eat apple. But if you tell me tomorrow that it's apple that is bringing money now, I will pound the apple. I will eat on my face. And I will send that. Thank you.
We're talking about the future. Let's watch online video.
Okay, so I want to answer the question about being in a saturated business, right? I think it was Bayo that taught me this. You might not remember, but training is a saturated business, right? Training is a saturated industry. Everybody is doing training, right? I was in church last week, Tuesday, and after service, I was talking with one of the pastors. And somebody walked up to him and said it's from another church that is the holiday. So he does training for students on holiday lesson, so that he wants to talk to the main pastor, so that he can talk to the members, so that he can do training for them. My point is that training is a saturated business. You get? So he goes back to the social media thing that we talked about, different thing I talked about earlier. Differentiating yourself. Building trust for yourself. It doesn't matter the industry that you find yourself in. Right? So, what Bible said, I think I agree with him 100%. You just have to find a way to make yourself, to build trust with the people that you are buying from. See, there are persons that, if they say that they are selling hair, 1.5 million naira, you would want to buy it. You will not argue whether it's the original, whether it's fake, because they have built that trust over a period of time. But if I call you now and say, I have this hair for 2.5 million, you go ask me, is it real? Because you don't know me with hair. I've not built that trust with you in that industry. You get? So it's a matter of you building trust with the audience that you want to serve. That is the first thing that you should focus on. Right? And she said something about copy and paste. Please copy and paste. Right? If the person that is your forerunner in the industry, the truth of the matter is that the fact that there are a lot of persons there, it means there are a lot of people for you to copy from. Their strategy. If this person has built trust in it, he's doing very well in this business, then you have somebody to copy from. So if they post 10 contents every single day, then you should strategize to post 20 contents a day. And what kind of content? As a matter of fact, I was telling my younger brother yesterday night. I saw a channel on YouTube. I saw what the woman was doing. I said I was going to talk to you about it, right? Because I had an idea from what she was doing, and I want to build that channel. Copy her content, 100%. Copy her content and replicate something like that too. So my point is that the fact that there are people in that industry, the fact that it's saturated is a good thing for you. So it means that you know that this person is doing 20 content a day and he just bought a G-Wagon from this business. The only thing you need to do is to go to all their social media platforms, their blog, their YouTube, Instagram, everything. Look at what they are doing. If you cannot do a little better than them, do exactly what they are doing. The chances is that you are going to get the exact same result. Thank you.
Sorry, I remember Gerald told me, you told me this one thing. You said there are some videos you see on YouTube, you like what they did, good content, good traffic. But it's difficult for him to do such videos. Do you know what Gerald does? He will carry a teleprompter, write everything that person said, do the same thing, make all the mistakes, and use edit to get it right. And you will almost get the same result that person gets. Sometimes you don't really need that good. You don't really need to be the best. All of us seated here now, we are not very good in education and all of that. I believe there's no first class here. Maybe Mike Money has tried. But then, the zero. I don't know if you understand me. He taught me personally. You taught me that story. Like we use teleprompter, like we read and talk. You will read and talk. You will read. Some of those people you envy, you are better than them.
Yes, sir.
Some of those people you see online doing this, you are better than them. If they take you back door to see where they prepare those things, you will be like, you are very stupid. Because yes. So these are the strategies you need to learn. These are the motivations you need, and bring them into life. Before you know it, people will start recognizing you. Because trust me, Nigerians now, they want to be, they want to measure with who somebody know, who people know. A very dark man talk, let us go and buy. Not again that by typing one trade now, AI trade. Say, oh bro, thank you for this way you do for me. That trade is a fake trade. For those of you who want to go out, it's a fake trade. But because it's again, people know me, people want to do it. So you can actually copy somebody and paste and get the same result if you know what you're doing. Thank you.
Okay, so I've gotten some questions from the audience, so I'm just going to take a few and then we'll go back to the material we have down here. So now one of the questions I want to ask, and this is directed to Mr. Gerald, since you have the largest YouTube following amongst us here. So he says, how were you able to stay consistent on YouTube when you started? Because to the best of my knowledge, growing on YouTube can be very discouraging. Yes, sir.
That's a very easy question to answer. Money. Right? That's the what I mean is this, yeah. When I started on YouTube, I started YouTube reluctantly, right? Bio gave me my biggest platform as at that time where I spoke. It was the Unibank conference, right? I came from Lagos, it was interesting. And one thing you don't know is that I went those days in school. When we are in fellowship and they are asking, they say, close your eyes. As far as the Bible says that as far as your eyes can see. What I was always seeing is me standing on the podium and talking to a large group of people. That's what I always wanted. I loved it, right? But I'm a very shy person. You might not agree with me, but I'm actually a very shy person, right? So I started YouTube reluctantly. What we started doing Fiverr. So I met Bayo in 2016. He taught me Fiverr. Before I came to Nigeria, I was already making money on Fiverr. Then my elder brother told me and said, bro, you are teaching people Fiverr. I started even selling his course, his Fiverr tutorial. Right, he was selling that time. He gave me, I started selling it too. For like 10K or 5K or so. I was making money from that as well, right? So my mother was like, you are teaching people Fiverr, you know this thing very well. You've taught me, my mom was always doing Fiverr too. Everyone was looking at my family at that time. So started a YouTube channel and started talking about Fiverr. Reluctantly, I created the account. Started posting videos on Fiverr. Nothing was happening. Right? You know, so there was you would drag, the growth was, you know, very, very stunted and all of that. Then at some point I was so discouraged that I didn't even know what to do. See, so that is why this training, these things we are doing here is very important for you. You don't know what you are getting by just sitting here, honestly speaking, right? Because I didn't have this opportunity. For me, it was trial and error. Right? So at some point, Game of Thrones was like the biggest TV show that time. I downloaded Game of Thrones episode and put on my YouTube channel. YouTube brought it down, was immediately. Right? But right now, I would advise you to not do that. Right? But there was nobody advising me. And I was confused and didn't know what to do. So it was trial and error for me. Right? So I started posting videos. Then after my brother got monetized, he started making money. Again, what was motivation? Money. Right? So I was like, this is how much. I was struggling with monetization. I've gotten 3,000 subscribers at that time, but my watch hour was still less than 4,000. And you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. Right? So I now came up with a strategy. Please, you might want to write this thing down.
Okay.
For my kind of content, it's how-to videos on how to do things, how to cook okra soup, how to do that. Those are called how-to videos.
Yeah. So
the good thing with how-to videos, they are actual tutorials.
Yeah.
So people can actually watch the video and walk along with you. So there's a high likelihood that they are going to watch those videos from beginning to the very end because it is detailed. As opposed to when you are telling a story, somebody might just become, but if somebody found you like yesterday night, I told my wife, I said, I want to use this time, please help me and not it. Right? She said she doesn't know how to knot tie you. She carried TV remote, went on YouTube, how to knot tie. I was in the parlor, sitting down, and she was watching the video and knotting this tie for me. That is a how-to video.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yes, sir.
So my kind of content was how-to videos. So I now said, okay, most of my content are around Fiverr. Let me do a complete Fiverr tutorial. How to make money on Fiverr. I started with how to create an account on Fiverr, how to create a gig, how to set up your gig, how to set up your payments, everything in between. And that video was about maybe 3 hours long. I put it on YouTube. Right? So for a 3 hours video, if 1,000 persons watches that video completely, you've surpassed your 4,000 watch hours. You understand? So I made that video, posted it. I still brought that video YouTube too. Posted the first one as how to create an account on Fiverr. Then the second one, how to set up a gig on Fiverr. So I got 3 videos out of 1 video. And that was when I hit monetization. But people think that once you get monetized, that you are done. That's not the real works that. Because if you don't make content, right? If you don't get views, you will not make any money. That is why I advise people, please, remove the idea of buying subscribers and views from your mind. Because you are going to spend money and buy those things, then you find out that it's a waste. Because those people are not real people who are interested in your content. So they will not spend time to actually consume your content at the end of the day. You find that you have wasted your money. So it's a lot better if you build this in organically. It means that they came to you because they are interested in your content. So they are still going to watch your content tomorrow and help you grow. Right? And the more interested people are in your content, the more YouTube promotes your content. So coming back to your question on how to be consistent, again, it is money. Because I was hoping to make money out of this thing. And when the money started coming, I was happy. Honestly. Then the next thing, I started getting brand deals. But the Bybit will contact me. There was a busy biscuits that called me and I shot an advert for them. And they paid me. They took me to somewhere in VI, came with their cameras, everything. We sat down, we shot the ad, and they paid me and I went to. They went to run ads, all of those things. So it was basically, I saw the opportunities in this thing. So, like the Bible said, Jesus Christ, because of the glory that was set ahead of him, he endured the cross. So if you understand the glory that is set ahead of you, you would enjoy the cross. Number one, you understand the fact that this is what you are pursuing. So create content consistently. Right? And do not create content for yourself because now you go watch out. So you create content that people are interested in, not content that you are interested in. Because you are creating content for others. That's true. Now, one thing that I do for consistency is that every month I sit down and I research the topics I want to make videos on. I write them down. If I plan to make 10 or 20 videos in a month, I sit down and I write the topics of those videos using SEO, keyword research, all of those things. Now I write them down, then I start making content around those keywords. Let me explain what this thing means. Now, if you find out that the content like how to spot fake Nike shoes is a keyword that people are interested in from your research, you write it down. So your job now is to find the right content that will revolve around that particular keyword. I want you to see every keyword as a question that potential audience actually have. So your job now is to, what person asking this question, what do they want to watch? So that is how you make content that an audience is interested in, not a content that you are interested in. Because again, if you make content for yourself, now you go watch it. Right. I don't know if that answers the question.
Yes, sir. That answers the question. Okay, so the next question I'm going to ask from our audience is, I would like to ask from Mr. Adebayo and also from the distinguished guests, how can someone who has a different educational background pick interest and also utilize the digital skills? That's, let's say, for example, I read accounting in school, but now I do not do much with my accounting degree. Instead, now I'm an HR and I'm transitioning into project management. So now this person's question is, I have a different background. Like I learned something in school. How do I transition now into a different digital skill or tech space? Now I want to also
Sorry. I think that question deserves your answer. Because that is exactly you, so you answer that question.
Okay, so let me answer that question. Now, like I said, I studied accounting in school, and when I was in 300 level, when I went to accounting, I was very brilliant in secondary school. I was like top student in my secondary school. So going into social, the reason why I did not go for science was I did not like medicine. I don't like the idea of working in an hospital. I don't like hospitals. And that to me was just the only course in science courses that I could actually study. So I went to social science. Okay, social science was the best then. It was accounting. So I just went straight for accounting. Now, 200 level, 300 level, I was not liking the accounting that I was reading. So I just graduated 400 level. Now, when I was in 300 level, one thing I've always loved to do from when I was small, I write stories. I love to write. I love to read. So when I was in 300 level, I met someone in my church. He was a web designer. He was a web developer, sorry. And he asked me if I could write content for websites. So he gets job. And his major problem was not writing the code. His major problem was, how would I put the content that relates to this particular business? How do I get it? As at that time, that was 2015, 16, 2017, thereabout. There was no ChatGPT, there was no AI. So if I'm building a website for a construction company, I have to go and look for other construction companies, copy their content, and start rewriting it. And that takes a lot of stress, especially for somebody that does not really like writing. So this guy came to me and said I should come and write content for him. So I did. And that was how I started this whole journey into tech. So I started writing content. So if you have a job, you give me the job, I'll do research and I'll write everything that needs to be written on that particular website. So from there, I saw what he was doing, and then I asked him to teach me also. And that's how I started web development. Okay, so that's how I started learning, that's how I started getting jobs, and I did that. So by the time I graduated from school, I already knew I was not going to use accounting to do anything. So I was already fully into web development. Now, after a while, I realized that I actually like to tell people what to do. I like to organize things. I like to, if there's something that needs to be done, I already have an idea of the best way this thing should be done. Something that a lot of persons do not really have the skill for. So I love to tell people what to do. I turned that into a skill that I can monetize. Now, I went online and I searched. If I am this kind of person, I like to organize things, I like to get things done and all that, what kind of role does this characteristics fit? Project management was one of the top ones that came out, and that was how I transitioned into project management. So if you are currently in one particular field or area, and you feel there are more things that I need to do not just be so quick to say, oh, it's AI that is ready now, let me run to AI. No, instead, think about, because the truth of the matter is, if you run into what is ready now, and 2 months or 3 months into it, you're not getting jobs, you're not getting anything, what will keep you still doing that thing? It has to be because you have a bit of passion for it. It has to be because it's inbuilt. This is what I love to do. Till date, I still write. Even if I don't write, I don't monetize it, but to date, I still write. You get, because that's something that I love to do. You get, so if you are transitioning, or you're looking for how to transition from A to B, or you are looking for a wider opportunity to get into, look at your characteristics. What exactly do I love to do? From Mr. Gerald, you can obviously tell that he loves to talk, he loves to teach, he loves to He's articulate, so it's easy for him to say his YouTube videos I'm going to be doing on whatever topic you get. Now, you may not be somebody that knows how to do this talking. Do not go and force yourself into that field now because they said, oh, YouTube, you can make money from YouTube. Look at your characteristics. What exactly can I pick out of this thing? What can I do from this? I have a fan face. I have this. I have that. Okay, that means I can be an influencer. I can be a content creator. I can do UGC content. You get. So look at your characteristics. Look at your interests. Then give those interests. Can use ChatGPT. Give those interests to ChatGPT. Tell them this is what I like. What can I actually do? What role or what professional role or what business can these characteristics actually help me attain? And that's your answer.
You know, it's trouble that hit me. They say I like to talk. Right. So that's the truth. I actually like to talk. You know, especially when it's a topic that I know so well. Right. So I like expressing myself and talking about it. But I wasn't always like this. I know I loved to be in this space where I'm talking to people. I know I loved it. That's what I consider success growing up, but I was very shy. So I had to learn. Remember in India, when we started Fiverr, when we taught me Fiverr, I was doing website design at that time. So I started doing website design. Now, I discovered telemedicine. That year I was 22. I was doing videos on Fiverr. You know, I wanted to do videos, but they don't know me well. Make I record my face, put for my WhatsApp status. You know, they possible. I was that shy. Right? But when I read the story of this lady, that she was making money doing this thing, I knew I had to teach myself this thing. I will make videos, watch it, laugh at myself. Right? Then I will make another one. I started doing it until I became comfortable putting my videos out there. So my point is that your certificate, that your background, it don't matter.
Exactly.
Right? What matters is what you want, what do you want to achieve? If you understand and say, okay, Bayo is doing this thing, I want to copy what he's doing, then you have to sit down and practice. Yesterday night, we shot 15 videos in the office. I wrote all the scripts. I called my people and I said, we are shooting this night. I sat down, they did the set. I sat down and I started recording. It was all teleprompter. After we finished, Joel, my video editor, said, sir, we have done short form videos. You don't done long form video in a very long time. I was like, that's true. Okay, let me freestyle one. We sat down and I just went to my book, found a topic, built the curriculum in my head, and I started talking. Right? When I was like, please monitor it. Once in 15 minutes, let me stop. If you know what I mean. But my point is that it wasn't always like that. Right? I had to practice. I had to learn until I got to that point. So if you got me yesterday to come here, I did not prepare anything. But this is a topic that I understand. And I have done this thing over a couple of times. If it was 2016, I'm not going to start here. Right? The day we were in Uniben, that day in Uniben, Richard was supposed to speak first before me. But Richard was in Cotonou and flew into Benin late. When you guys told me I was going to talk first, right? I went to the toilet, when it's toilet, right? I called my friend, thank God. I called TG. Then I'm saying, I need to go first though. Like what's the word again?
You are tense.
Nervous. I'm tense. Okay. People full hall. Even auditorium, people full the hall. I was over 1,500 persons. How I won't take stats this thing that he started doing pep talk on the phone. You can do it, you know this thing, you want to do this thing, blah blah blah, You know, the night in your hand, you guys were gisting, and I wasn't with you guys. I was thinking about what I'm going to talk tomorrow, the next day. You understand? My point is that it was not what as soon as I climbed in, because it was a topic I was interested in. And then they tell me, say, the time don't stop. People were like, no, leave him, let him talk, let him talk. And I was encouraged. You understand? So my point is that practice makes perfect. So identify that thing that you want to do and practice. Right? That's my point.
Thank you. So on to the next question. This question is a bit similar though, and I feel this is something that we have covered in our training so far. So this person is saying, in digital and AI skill training, how can someone pick one or two careers without getting confused alongside? Also, can these skills also be used for applying? And can I be an online wholesaler through e-commerce and dropshipping? So basically this person is saying, one, how do I pick multiple skills, or do I have to stick to just one digital skill? How do I pick multiple skills and run these skills side by side without getting confused or burnt out? Two, can these skills, these digital skills we are learning, can it also be used for remote work? Let me remove outliner. Can it also be used for remote work? Can it be used for getting jobs on different platforms? And three, can I be an online wholesaler through e-commerce and local dropshipping? So e-commerce and
All right. Thank you for that question. Let me start with the last one. Yes, you can become a wholesaler, but there is something that you need to do, and I failed to mention it, I think, in the last class. You know, when you are starting, you just have to understand that it requires a lot of work. Don't just think that we have taught you, and the way we are teaching you, we are making everything almost very easy for you. I hope I'm right.
yes.
We made everything very light.
Yes.
You know, ChatGPT was there to give us a clue of where the direction you are going. And then we told you how to do videos and all that. None of you was advised to go before the camera, because you have Gemini, you have Grok, almost everything. The avatar was just to do normal KYCs kind of thing. You did that and put it there, and the video started talking. How you walk to the cream, how you walk to the market, bring this, you didn't do that. So you are more privileged than those of us who had to buy ring light, who had to even go to Junction Streets to do video content and come back, put them together, and then begin to see how they convert. So first, you want to become a retail vendor. You must do the work. And one of the first work that you must do is to build a community of trustworthy followers. If you don't have people who are following you, there's no way you can stand and say you have people, once you have a product, you list the product, you have people who are buying. So first, build the community. It's very important. And then the other question we asked, if all these skills can be converted and be used on a remote job and all that. Yes. When you hear remote job, because there's something people, like especially we Nigerians, will fail to understand. When you hear remote job, it's not that there are some persons who are living somewhere and say, come, let me give you this. Do you understand? It is services that people are asking for people to come and do. So you can't do remote job if you don't have a viable skill. So skill comes first. Do you understand? So if you have the skill, remote job platforms varies. There are different remote platforms. There are places you go, the remote job there is just for you to review, maybe a website or a company, just review. You do the review, you drop it there. There are remote job platforms where you go to, you see job that you need to do from home. So whichever one you want to go to, you target that particular remote platform, but make sure that you have the skill to be able to deliver. Because like he said, when he was talking about Fiverr, if you don't have the skill to be able to render the services, you will suffer for Fiverr. You will do some job, the person would have collected the job, give you bad review. If you're already on level 2, they will demote you to level 1. And for you to graduate from level 1 to level 2, it takes you more than almost a year before you can get there. So you must acquire the skill. Make sure you know what you are doing. Then the other question about different products or different platforms on social media, is that the question?
Can you run two different career paths in digital or tech skills?
Yes, you can do that, but as a beginner, it's just like somebody who is on a social platform. You are on Instagram, you are on TikTok, you are on Facebook, you are on LinkedIn, you are on X, and you think you can be master of all of them. You can't. Just pick one. Pick one and master it first. Then become a voice in that platform before you try another platform. Don't say you're on Facebook. Why I'm posting on Facebook? I also want to hold those who are on Instagram. Instagram has its own demographic. There are kind of people you see on Instagram. The video you make and put on Facebook are quite different from the kind of videos, the way you'll be able to persuade people on Instagram. So you just need to settle down and focus on one so that you don't create confusion for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Like you said, remote jobs are just like your normal everyday job. If you're an accountant and you go to an office, you can also be an accountant and work remotely, just like you'll be working from your home. That's the meaning of remote job. It's not like remote job is one magical word or something. Remote job is simply working from a different location than the office. Okay? So if you have a digital skill, everything that we've been teaching since Saturday down till today, everything that we've been teaching, if you have this skill and you build on this skill, you can actually get remote jobs for UGC content, creating content, video editing, social media management, social media marketing, and so on. Okay, so on to the next question. So these three questions are a bit similar, so I'm just going to wrap it all into one. So these three persons are asking, they are students, they are teachers, or some doing something small, and they want to know what AI skill can they go into that can actually help them financially before they graduate, or to even get better income from whatever jobs that they are doing currently.
Okay. So I have several students that are students and are teachers, and they are making a whole lot of money. There was a training we did in Lagos. I don't know if you all remember, Richard's office. And one video training, one guy came to me and said he teaches mathematics. And how can he monetize? The guy is a big guy now. And what I told him was that everything that we have been talking about, we have actually given you an idea of what to do. But let me just give you direction and clarity. There are a lot of online platforms where you can teach mathematics. I don't know if you know. Gerard has mentioned one today, Preply. There are a lot of online platforms where you can take up jobs. There is Preply, I think there's Papaya. There are a lot of them, even UK, abroad, there are a lot of them. Even if you have ChatGPT, you see a lot of them. You can register on these platforms as somebody who can teach or who is a student, and you can be given job to do on this platform. That's number one. Number two, this guy went ahead to create a YouTube channel where he was teaching mathematics. If you type mathematics in YouTube now, you might likely find that guy. I think he's one of the Nigerians that will show us number one. Now, there are a lot of things that if you go on YouTube today now and search, you will not find Nigerians there. You will not find Nigerians there. That's to tell you that that is actually a big market that is not saturated, that nobody is going into. You get it now? So as a student or as a teacher, you can teach online. You can put board in your sitting room and say, my name is this, I want to teach this. You can do that. I have a student who learned digital marketing, Davidson. The guy owns a platform where he employs over 30 teachers now. Just came to learn digital marketing. He was a teacher, came to learn digital marketing. He did not go ahead and start creating AI videos on this. He built a website and did SEO on that website. If you search online tutors, Benin, mathematics tutors online, you will find the Carmen Hub, Carmen Online School. He has gone ahead to employ over 30 teachers, and all his students, I mean, all are international. He doesn't take local students. All are international. He doesn't teach anymore. He doesn't teach anymore. He now employs teachers to do the job. It is the same thing we have been saying over and over again. It's just for you to apply what we have already taught you. It's just for you to say, okay, this is my area. Let me use this skill that I've learned today now to promote this area. Even if you don't want to promote that area, let's say you don't have anything to do. You can still put all of these skills together, which Ada is doing. Ada creates videos. She creates AI contents. She edits videos. And she replicates that and does that for clients. Like people come and say, hey, I need you to edit this video for me. And she charge them and use CapCut to edit it. Ada is not working with us in Benin, but when we are traveling, we will call her. Blessing is a content creator and video editor too, but we will still call her down. I don't know if you understand. Show yourself, make yourself approve. That thing you can do it very well, and use all the digital marketing skills like Gerald said to promote it. You can position yourself as I'm an AI video creator, and position yourself like that. When you go online, let people know that you are an AI content creator. Begin to create good AI videos, and at the end of the day, put the CTA, call to action. If you need AI videos like this to promote your business, to promote your brand, you can send me a DM. I don't know if you get it now. You can run advert and say, if you want to learn AI videos, of course, AI videos is saturated now. So you can do something different and say, what about if I show you how to do this? You play the first video. Good videos. And this, you play the second video. Good video. Till today, I still buy AI video courses. Me, I'm a guru in it. I say, if you use that kind of thing for me, and I say, how did this person create this video? And I could not in my head come up with how this video was done. I would buy that course. Because I want to know what the person did. Sometimes I'll just buy the course, go straight to that particular thing there. That's the only thing I need. I buy courses more than everybody here. But I'm your teacher. I don't know if you get what I'm saying now. Because I want to stay relevant. So if you use something like that, like this, watch this, watch this, watch this, and people see that these three things that you have done, they are good. Even if they are AI video creators, they will subscribe. They will subscribe. So that's just it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sarah, and of course our panelists. Okay, so to the next question. This one says, I run a registered NGO with the CAC. We have a website and it's based on health. Now the question is, how do we break forth? What do we do? We are based on health and education. How do we use digital AI to make it? Now this is a question that has been answered over and over again. It's simple. Whatever niche you are into, create content around it. If people don't know what you do, they will never come to you. They will never patronize you. You are going to be non-existent. Okay, so even if you offer the best services or you offer the best products, if people do not know that this is what person A does, they will never come to you. So for you now that you run an NGO, create content around health, create content around health education. Okay, you said health and education. So create content around health, create content around education. Post it out there, give it out and put it out there. So whenever you want to, let's say, go out and get a grant or whatever, you already have something that you can fall back on and say, this is what I do. You understand? So that is for that question. Okay, sir.
So, sorry, I'm not saying she say I like talking, so I'm trying to. Right. So, I think if I ask you now and say, who is the biggest food critic, content creator in Nigeria, you will tell me. Who gave him that name? Point. Personal branding.
Yeah.
Right? So for you that owns an NGO, the NGO in health, you can call yourself anything. Call yourself the biggest health, whatever. You just find a name and give yourself that branding. Right? When I was looking for something for no agent travel guide, right? You know, in all my videos right now, I will tell you, I don't want to use the name book a consultation. Because that consultation, you know, there's this exactly. So I did my research And ChatGPT helped me book an expert visa analysis session with us today. It took a while for it to stick even in my head. But that is the brand that I want to put out there. Right now, we are building a platform. The platform is Visa Application Document Intelligence Engine, VADIE. You see, I'm still struggling to even remember it. But at some point, it's going to stick. So give yourself a brand. Like you are this thing. Then, just like she said, put out content. In every content, you call yourself that thing. If one of those contents goes viral, people will remember your name with that branding that you have given to yourself. Right? So when people are talking about you, they mention your name. This person owns this NGO, and this person is your brand. Just like I asked you now, who is the biggest food content creator in Africa? You mentioned somebody. Nobody gave him that name. He gave it to himself. That is branding.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you so much. Okay, now, so the next question is this. Okay, this one says, how do I cope when your expectations about your business, especially online, is not coming true? And how do I deal with it? And also, how do I create websites or blog for my business? Okay, we're going to have a class on how to create websites and blog, and all that is going to be taught. Then, how do I cope when your business expectations are not coming true? I would say basically.
Sorry, let me answer that. Like I will say again, we have repeated this over and over again. See, people are always using the wrong approach. Yesterday, I was doing a strategy section with one lady that came for this training. She wants to get more booking and she needs it immediately. You know, she's very talented. She knows how to run Facebook and all that. And she bought a laptop, she wanted to run Facebook ad. She was doing the same thing that she has been doing. I said, this thing is not going to work for you. People just want to put up their stuff there, say, this. No. Everything we have been talking about is strategy. Develop a strategy that people do not understand. People feel that this strategy is stupid. People feel that, this strategy is for you to help me. Position yourself as an helper. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying now. If that business is not working, probably okay, you design a website, you will be advertising yourself, hey, come and design. People are not coming. Leave a website design. How to create e-commerce website in 20 minutes. It's a content. You can even advertise that content and use Facebook ad to promote that. Instead of using Facebook ad to run, we design website. Click here if you want us to design website for you. When they land on your page, 5-page website, 150,000. I will never give you that job. But you say how to design e-commerce website in 20 minutes and get clients to pay you $1,000 for this. I don't know if you get it now. Push that content. You can promote that content with ads. You see the same people who watch that video. They not said something. This guy said authority. The people who need that service will come to you because they now know that you are an authority. They will not come to you because you run ads. I saw you ad on Facebook. You are a web designer. You will not get the job. You know, see, we have been repeating this over and over again. Do you know that this thing we are saying is very difficult to comprehend? I'm telling you, because people still feel this is not a normal way. But if you try what we are saying, you will see the difference with no time. So if you run a business and you are getting discouraged, leave the business, come into the apples, come into the value. Give that same value you are giving them for money. Remove money and start giving it for free. Remove money and start giving that value for free. And it boils to even physical product, like I will always use hair. You sell hair, remove hair, come and buy hair. 5 ways to recognize synthetic hair. Before you buy the next hair, watch this video, you will cry. You can clap if you want to clap. Watch this video before you buy your next human hair, or you will cry. The same people who want to buy human hair will watch that video. I've been looking for a property to buy. Trisha has been helping me to look for property. She's angry with me because I did not have property from her. Yesterday, I saw something on one of the criteria I gave. I said, look for a property for me that I can take profit. I don't have the cash. I never make am. And yesterday I saw a lady and said, if you have 15 million naira, watch this video. I will give you a property today. It was exactly what I'm looking for. He said, if you have 15 million naira, watch this video. And really, he said, if you don't have 15 million naira, skip. You may have 15 million naira, watch the video. After finishing watching the video, I contacted her. And she had booked a session with me. I said, is it true? I have 15 million naira. Will you give me a house? He said, yes. I'll give you a house and I'll give you a plan to pay. But I've been seeing different houses, seeing different real estate advertisements. Many people have come to me and not buy. But me now, begging her to book a session with me. So, change your strategy and you get clients. Thank you.
And this one says, this question has been answered already. How can the home-based movement use AI to find people in Lagos who are too busy to go to the market? It is basically, how can I get clients for my business, whatever business it is that you're doing, and what's the fastest way to use WhatsApp plus AI to turn people into my church community, into paying customers? Number one thing is, do not bank on family and friends to buy from your business. That should not be your target. Your target should not be, how do I turn my church community into paying customers? Your target should not be, how do I turn my relatives into paying customers? Forget WhatsApp. WhatsApp is to close deals. WhatsApp is to bring them in so you can talk to them. You're not getting the clients from WhatsApp, except you are running ads on WhatsApp. So that question is answered.
People who are in their WhatsApp.
Yes.
How will beat you?
But the same way you are selling that particular thing. Let's say, for example, I have you on my contact list now, and you are building websites. I have her down on my contact list too, and she's building websites. So I have 4 or 5 other persons doing the exact same thing that you do. Why should I buy from you? So your focus should not be on your WhatsApp, your contact list. It should be outside, people outside. That's why you have YouTube, you have social media, different social media platforms where you can put your content out there. Okay, then for someone just starting a food business from home with no customers yet, what's the first AI tool you recommend we use to get our first 10 customers?
Let me say something. My younger sister is a private shopper in Lagos. What she does is she shops for people. How did she get her customers? She goes to my dad's market, give people her cards, she'll say, I will shop for you, give me your list. You will give her your list or whatever you want to buy, and she will go to the market to shop those things for you. And at the end of the day, she will going to write she'll put her bill, different from her transportation. You that she's buying good for you are going to feed her for that day, different from her feeding. So as she goes to you, she's convincing you that, you see that meat that you are buying 5K, that person you are buying it from is cheating you. The one that will bring to your doorstep will be bigger than it. What does? She will now meet people that sells meat, buy in bigger quantity, then share. And she goes to their doorstep because she knows that she cannot run ads. She don't know how she's going to meet her customers. She go and find her customers by herself, going to what they call door-to-door marketing, knocking to their door. That person may not really need you, but you tell the person the reason why that person needs you. That's what she does. So now are you the one begging her? Are you not going to the market today? I want to buy a basket of tomato. I want to buy this. I want to buy that. And she's making her money, cool money from the comfort of her house without stressing herself. Now she does not even go to the market again. She will just make Koafa, keep 10 basket of tomato for me. The rider will go and carry the tomatoes and bring to her house. She will share it. Another rider will carry it and go and give to the distributor. And that is what she's doing. My younger sister, that is what she does. So the person that said she sells food store, you can try this strategy and see if it's going to work for you. Thank you.
Okay, so the last question we have here is, coming this far, can you share with us how you start or manage your family business and personal lifestyle? Okay, personally, I would say your personal lifestyle and your family is one. And then, so it's basically how do you manage business and your personal lifestyle? In every stage of your life, there is something that should have a priority. When you're in your early 20s when you're early 20s, you should not be thinking about how do I manage my family. Which family do you have? Forgive me if there's somebody that is a help, but which family do you have that you want to manage? Your focus should be how am I making money? How am I managing my business? Then it gets to a point where you now know I have to shift my focus from just business because I've put a lot of focus, a lot of effort into business. Now, how do I manage my family? If I don't manage my family, it will scatter. You get so at every stage in life, there's something that you should give your priority to. Does anybody have a contrary?
All right. Now you can see many of us are here and we have left our families to come to this place. We are staying here for 2 good weeks. Personally, I've been away for like almost 1 month. I've been away and I've been able to also manage my family. Of course, it's not always easy, like what she said, priority. You should be able to tell your family, you want me to stay here and then you go hungry. You understand? Or I go out there and make the money. Do you understand? And then it should be reflective as well. Whatever you are doing, it should be reflective. If you are away and it's telling on the family, financially, everybody is okay. They will always, I have a friend, I think our manager said, there are sometimes the wife will be asking her, when are you going to travel? Because when you travel, that's when you show me more love. Do you understand that when you are around? So most times she will just be the one pushing. So that is one thing. Then another thing I need to also let us know is this. If you watch our story here, they connected. And then we have been working together. Every one of us here have our distinctive businesses and they are running separately from Webit. Webit is just the umbrella that brings all of us here. But we have our different businesses. You, that is also hustling as an individual, how much far do you think you can go alone? How do you think you can connect with some of you that are here? We came here before, that was in March. We left. We also created a market community for Webit, for Hilltop, for you to market what you have. That is just on the platform. But now that you are here, you know your strength. You don't know the other person's strength. How about you collaborate and start doing something together? I don't know if it's permeating. You can pick 1 or 2 or 3 persons. For me, if I'm here, I want to do business. One business that I support in this Lagos is real estate. And it's going so wide. If I want to do that business, there are a few places that will be here. So okay, let's work together. Do you understand? You are very beautiful, but you are not good before the camera. And you can't do real estate without your face. Do you understand? Some persons will always go to their status and be disturbed with posting all kinds of, pictures and all that. Yet they don't show their face. And you are very pretty. I tell you, if I see a pretty lady marketing a property, her beauty will be the first that will attract me. Before the property. It's true. Those of you who are in the market, you know how it works. You understand me? The same thing with those who sell food. If an ugly person is making a meal and saying this pot of soup is also soup, nobody will buy that. But if you know how to make your face, some kind of makeup can bring your face out. And then you prepare the meal while you make the video. I tell you, 70% that will patronize you are not buying because of the food. Now your face, neither they buy. And these are marketing strategies that you can use. You get it? So everything you want to do, there are strategies for them. Apply the strategy. Again, as a church person, because I always say this, I'm always very controversial when it comes to church matter. if you have a platform where you do your business, don't flood it with GitHub Wednesday program or Friday all night. Business should be business. And your social platform should be your social platform. Don't marry them together. Don't come to your group where you are building community of business people or followers and be preaching to them how Jesus Christ died on the cross and how he rose. I'm telling you the truth. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Be distinctive, because that community you are building, probably you are using art to build, to bring them in. There are a lot of Muslim people who are there. There are a lot of people who don't believe in your own belief, your own religious belief. Don't come there to tell them that this week is all night. Everybody pray and no, it's business. A lot of people do that. You know, it's somehow not cool. Some people will just keep you quiet because you want to show that you know Christ more. Now lie. Those persons, they are following you because of the service you want to render and because of the product. Once you deviate, you're already losing it. These things accept me. I have a community of over 10,000 followers in my WhatsApp group, both Ghana and Nigeria. Many of them are Muslims. Some don't go to church. If you come to my group and post maybe a graphics like all those new month posts, and you post it there, say in Jesus' name I will remove it. Some persons will also come there during the Ramadan stuff. They post there, buy Ram and all those ones, and the Allah is doing. I don't even wait to negotiate with you. I will delete the post. I will also remove you from the group. Let's focus on the business. Do you understand? When you want to talk about any other thing, whether Obi win the last election or very dark man is good, go and do it on the social platform where we can negotiate. The reason is this. There are posts you put on the platform. Some person will come there and begin to make conversations. Before you know it, the essence of that group is not negated. They focus on that, begin to argue. Before you know it, somebody will even insult that one. Why would you talk to me?
3 times a day. Now, when I go and meet my wife and my children, I give them all the time that I have. All the time. If I travel, I'm the one who pays my children. I bathe them, I cook for them, I wash the plate that we use to eat. I take them, I put myself into them. I do everything, I clean their bum. I take them to school, I bring them back from school, I take them to park. Because there you know that they will have them. Their parents take me to park. I take them to park to play. I keep for that like when I'm leaving, I keep my phone in the house. Because when I'm hustling, they are not there. I don't have that time for them. I also put all the time in that hustle. But when I'm there with them, anytime I come like this, my children don't talk to their mom. Yes, they don't play with their mom. I do everything for them. For my wife will say, let me help you. I say, no. I wash plate, I cook, I do everything. Because if you are successful in business, you are not successful in your life, you are a failure. If you are successful, you are a good husband and you are broke, you are a failure.
Yeah, so.
Good husband and your wife is suffering, no money to buy food for her, you are still a failure. So you must balance both, and you need God to balance both. You need to be a disciplined man to balance both. You need to be a disciplined woman to balance both. So when it comes to that family thing, I give it 100 over 100. I spend all my money. If there's no money, I borrow money. I buy my children everything they want. When I was young, I bought my wife gold. I bought a new gold ring for her. I bought her a gold necklace. I bought her a human hair. I buy everything.
Right on.
I don't know if you understand. But there are sometimes you ask me for 120 I don't have. I just have. So I try to balance everything. So if you can strike a balance between everything you do, even the next person will know that he not do today, you do before.
Yeah.
I don't know if you get it now. Yeah. So that's how to balance it. Thank you.
So I'm not going to talk about family. We've been married for like less than 2 years. So these are my organs. They've done all the job there. So let's come back to family. Sorry, to business rather. the person that asked that question, you know, I don't know if you've been here from beginning to the end, you know, because most of the things that is being taught here are things that you can do without capital per se. Most of the things, right? Let me bring in an example. We talked about Fiverr, YouTube, all of those things. These are things that you can start with your phone right now. And Bayo said something that when he started, he made $100,000 on Fiverr without any capital. Right? Now, I started on Fiverr as well. And one of the things about Fiverr is that you can set up an account, create a gig, and start getting jobs, start getting, and then go to pay you. You have a laptop, you have a phone. For most of the things that we are talking about right here, right now, that is one. Right? Now, when it comes to managing your business, there is a time when you have to expand the business. Right? Now, I started my business by myself. I will shoot the videos. I will edit the videos. I will do everything from A to Z myself alone. And it took a lot of time. But of course, the commitment is there because I was trying to make money. Right? And the thing is that when I started growing, my first video editor, Folorosho, he still works with me till today. Right? And he started with me for 90K. I put out an advert because I was looking to start creating content so I can put out more content. I wanted somebody to handle the editing part. That is the expansion. When you have made money, you have built your business, it's now time for you to expand so you can delegate these responsibilities and make more money. If I was doing 10 contents a month by myself, when I have help, I can do 20. And that's the expansion. So when I hired him, he was teaching physics in a secondary school, somewhere in Ikorodu, I think. After I said, start next Monday, he said he was leaving. He turned again and said, sir, please don't be angry. Should I resign? I'm like, I don't understand the question. You're starting work with me, so yes, you have to resign. So okay, that he wants to be sure. And I understand him. Yeah. My house was my office at that time. So he goes back to what Bayo was saying. We all started in the comfort of our home. Yeah. I have an office now. That house that I was living in there is not my office, the complete house. Yes, but the guy came and saw that now this guy house in the day walk, whether this thing are real. But the funny thing is that him and other individuals live in that place today. That's where they live and they work. You get, so that's the expansion thing. So when you start by yourself, that's the essence of this AI, digital marketing. These are things that you don't need money to start with. You start by yourself, the business grows, then the business expands itself. Now, I am kind of against, I'm not completely, because I've seen where people get 10 million to start a business and they blow it. Because you have a lot of money, you don't know what to do with it. But when the business brings the money for its expansion, there is this carefulness that comes with managing the funds. Because the business actually brought the money that you are investing into the business. You know how you made this money. Your father did not give it to you. Because if your father gave it to you, you feel blow up. But if you know the pain that you went through to actually put this money together, you will manage it a lot better. So I am a proponent of actually business making money and the business paying for its expansion. Right? So that is how I think real businesses should be built. Now, there is a place where you now bring external funds into the expansion, all of those things, but that's like a completely different topic. Now, for you now that ask that question, I want to start. My advice is start with all of these things that you've been taught today. You don't need a lot of funding to do it. And when the business makes money, the business can pay for its own expansion. Right.
Let me add something short to that. I'm sure everybody here, you have a phone, right? I mean, you have a phone now. That's enough for you to start. That's enough for you to start. You don't need, okay, for example, the e-commerce we were talking about yesterday. Just go to somebody's shop, snap the pictures, post them, market them. When you get the buyer, add your own price, give the buyer the seller the price, take your own cut. You get me? So you don't need the capital to start that. I have some lazy people on my contacts. so I'm sorry to call them lazy. They don't know. Okay, let me say it like this. They don't know anything about coding. They don't know how to build websites. They don't know anything about softwares. But they get projects more than me that know how to do it. Because they have the contact, they have the community, they know the persons. People will come to them and tell them, can you build this? They will say yes, they can do it. They will come to me. They will tell me, how can we do this? My own is just to write a proposal, send it to them. They will send it to that person. I will tell them that, okay, fine, I will do it for 500,000. Me now, I don't care if they go and tell the person they'll do it for 1 million. As far as you pay me my own 500K that I used to do it, they will bring the job to me, pay me my own money. They will get their own cuts. And inside my own, I can say, okay, fine, thank you for bringing this, take this. You get it now? So in two ways, you don't need capital to start that. You know that some persons need these services. And you know people that know how to do the services, connect them together. You don't even need to exchange contact, be at their middle. I know how to do it. Take, you know how to do it. Okay, fine, do it. We have finished doing it. Take, the guy is satisfied. Even if there's an issue later, still take it to that person. You get it? So then you don't need capital to start that at all. As far as you have your phone for communication, there are so many businesses right now that are running on their phone. I might not be with my laptop for 2 days, but I'll still doing everything with my phone. Some persons will come and this thing is not working. Okay, fine, just send me the details. I'll fix it for you. I can fix it with my phone. They will still pay me for fixing it. It's not with my phone. So your phone is enough for you to start without even having 0 naira. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Our families has actually done wonders. They have done justice to these questions, and I believe a lot of us are already satisfied with all that they have said so far. But there's something I noticed. Most of the questions are business. Do we have career people here? I know this is a weekday. Okay, you did write down your questions, sir. Okay, hold on. Please, before you ask, we have career people here.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're a career person, please let me see your hands up. You go to an office, you have a 9-to-5 job. Okay, because I didn't get many questions from career people, so that's the reason why I'm asking. So there are some questions that I actually wrote down as regards career. So I'm going to allow him to ask his question first, then I'm going to ask my question. So please go ahead.
All right, thank you. So still in with the career line. Okay, I am a gas engineer, and I'm thinking with all of these digital tools, skills, and how do I plug it into energy, oil and gas operations, so that I can also create a niche myself, at least, because a lot of people here, like you said, are in business, and my niche is completely different. Even if I want to do a collaboration, which I'm already working on my own personal business brand, I'm already thinking, okay, with whom do I collaborate? And where are these persons? For instance, in this room. So bringing career and the peculiarity of my career or field into digital operations, how do I create an edge? How exactly do I do that?
Okay, sorry, let me confirm.
Can you explain what you do for work?
Exactly.
Okay. All right. For instance, as a gas engineer, I'm not operating as an engineer now. In maritime, I'm doing some stuff in the maritime, right? Okay, so I work as an operations planner. And what I do is, as an operations planner, vessels or logistics or cargo that's coming in the country or going out, we plan the operations, ship them out, or schedule the vessels coming into the country, and then design or position these containers, whether they are 5,000 or whatever, at certain locations inside the vessel, so that when these vessels arrive the berth for offloading or shipment, for offloading literally, we know how to automate them rather, so that once they are being automated, you can plan and say, okay, the crane, the ship-to-shore crane, will pick up these vessels, or rather these containers from wherever they are in the vessel, whether underneath what we call a deck or on top of the deck. They'll bring those containers out and move them to a particular place in the yard, still through an automated operation. So I'm looking at in that corridor. I'm going to go into that later on. It's something that's already in my head. But for a personal brand I'm building for myself in oil and gas, I'm looking at how do I bring this in, because I'm already doing a lot of stuff, prompting stuff with AI. I discussed a pinch of it with Mr. Casimir recently. We're looking at how I'm thinking, how do I actually, make business related to digital marketing and this, AI in what I do.
Sorry, so one question I was asking, it's not your personal business, right? You're working for someone.
Now, for the oil and gas, it's going to be my personal. For the maritime, it's for something. It's for.
So what opportunities are you looking for inside this business?
Yes.
Let's hear that.
Okay.
Yeah. What opportunities are you looking for inside this gas business?
Okay. Yes. I can't pitch my brand, my personal. It's an IP. I can't pitch it here. I will have to talk to maybe you person. It's something very private.
That's fine. Let me answer your question. Right. Thank you for that question. It's very detailed. And for what you have explained, you are trying to build yourself as a brand for this particular kind of customer, this specific clientele, right? So what you are focusing on or trying to focus on is consulting. You want to put yourself in the position where when these ships come, they are looking for you. That's what you're hoping to achieve in the long run, right? So at the end of the day, you might even have a team of people that you have trained that is working with you. Because by the time you get calls from like 10 different shippers to get this thing done, you are not going to be able to do it yourself. That's what you are hoping to achieve in the long run, what you have explained. So the best thing for you to do is to put yourself on the right path to achieving that. And how do we do that? Do you do that? Digital marketing can help you. So these things that you have told me now, I'm not in the maritime or oil and gas shipping. I don't know if this is an existing problem, existing opportunity right now, an opportunity that you are trying to create. If it is, then it means that there are persons who have these particular pinpoints. It's a pain that they have in their office. How do we automate this thing? How do we? So your job now is to go online and start making videos on how to fix these problems. Just like what we have explained. Somebody who is looking to automate their shipping containers and all of those things when it comes into a country can go on YouTube and say, how do I do this? And the person sees you teaching how this thing is done. What you have done, what Mike Money said, you have positioned yourself as an authority in this particular niche. And there's a very high chance that they're going to reach out to you and give you the job to actually get this thing done for them. I'm going to give you an example. When Boyo was talking, I remembered something. When I was doing website design as my primary source of business at that time, it was like years ago, I will come on YouTube and make videos how to build an e-commerce website from start to finish. I will do the entire stuff. And my brother would tell me, are you not teaching these people your secrets? But something stuck inside in my head. When I was in uni, I was in fellowship and the pastor said something. He said, if you are done with school and you don't have a job, and you have a skill, bring people together and start teaching them that skill, the money will come. Alright? I know people that do tutorials when we're in uni. The next thing school is hiring them as lecturers. Because they have strong capacity. So what you are doing with social media is to actually show your capacity. I don't think that answers your question. That answers your question.
Any other?
Is there another person that has a question? Okay. So let me go to the last question I have here. The question I actually want to ask is, can I give you wealth as a 9 to 5? Let's just be sincere. Is there any scenario? Is there any
9 to 5
scenario where I get to go on vacation with my family? I get to live in this mad duplex. I get to live the dream life. with a 9 to 5 job?
Yes. Yeah.
Because a lot of persons feel
The answer to that question is yes. You
My
can.
husband has been working in MTN for over 16 years.
And you can build wealth
And
in
he's doing
it.
super
It depends on
fantastically
your
well.
definition of wealth.
please, 1 hour.
Right?
And
It
it's
depends
still
on your
here
definition
tomorrow.
of wealth. My definition of wealth might be different from yours. Right? You might want to go to a vacation in Dubai and spend like a weekend and come back. But while I might want to be on a boat cruise for like 6 months, from South Africa all the way to the UK, 2 different countries. These are 2 different kind of vacations. Right? So can you build wealth? Yes. But you can never be richer than your boss.
That's true.
You can never be richer than your boss
That's
as a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
You cannot.
Yeah.
Right? So I believe that if what you're calling wealth is what I'm calling wealth, then you should be a business owner. That's one. Even if you earn 5 million every month, 5 million every month times 12 is 60 million in a year. For some people, that is wealth. For others, that is money for vacation. You understand? So, can you build wealth from 9 to 5? Yes, you can. But it depends on your definition of wealth. But here, know this: you can never be richer than the person that pays you salary.
Yes.
So, but if you define wealth the same way I define wealth, then you should own a business. That is my answer to that question.
Okay, so one more question is this. As a career person, if let's say for example, I'm a project manager and I work in company A, how do I brand myself as I'm working as a project manager in company? How do I brand myself in such a way that I can either get jobs in other companies as remote work or get better offers from other companies?
Okay, such question, like we said, is through digital marketing. Finish, just through digital marketing. Because there's a limit that you can do physically. They may even take on you. Because don't forget, there's a law that once you are working in company A, before you get employed in company B, you need to resign from company A. But you can render services online without any obstruction. So you put your face, put your talent, your skill on the social platform. So digital marketing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So no more questions from anybody, right? Okay, I don't know. Any more questions? I'm closing the room for questions. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
I like it for the training. So you should be able to open up.
My name is Richard. So
I'm trying to digest my question. I don't know what they are saying. I understand. With everything they are saying, I'm just trying to digest it.
And you can never
Wait, the answer, are you getting answers?
your
Are
money.
you getting answers?
I'm getting some.
This idea that
My question is basic. Right now, I'm an installer. It's just all about competition.
the money shift and the
Competition in the market. How do I go about it?
Like we said, you can
What
if you do
already
about
training this AI
which
skill
one is better
create my
than the other.
website and
Which there are a lot of people that are doing that.
Okay, just ask the question like
can
what
also
That's how
sell
it
their
is.
products outside with my online job. So is it really good to also write a proposal to the company that you can also render more customer services since you adverts and you create a website based on those products that they are working on, and you also get delivery, like you finally pick up orders and it's coming. Is it good to also write the proposal to them that this is what you want to do, this is what you want to do? So will your manager not feel like you want to make more money rather than go for something very careful?
Okay, wait, let me see if I understand your question well. You are saying you work for a company and the company sells products. Now you are selling that same product.
Marketing
So
the products.
he's saying he sells those products and he gets delivery. Are you promoting it for the company or are you promoting it for yourself?
He wants to help them.
No, that's not what he's saying.
Use your mic.
What I understand you said is that you work with Kingfisher, right? And you want to use AI now to be promoting Kingfisher's products, but you act like a markup, so that when people buy, you keep your own share, your own commission, and now deliver Kingfisher's product to them. That's the question.
Most companies see that as a breach of
So, if I were you, what I would do, most especially, like you said, most companies will see that as a breach of policy. If I want to do that, I will discuss that with my superior. You understand me now? I will, because many companies don't do that. Discuss it with your superior. If they see that it is a way for you to help them make more money, even while you are making money, a sensible superior will approve it and encourage you.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Now, like in our business in Webbit, we encourage things like that. Just like what Tasman said. Bright is working in Webbit, but Bright is a developer. If we have website design job in Webbit, Bright can be the one to do it. But Bright also has clients who come to him, give him website to do, give him software to do, and he does it and he delivers it. That is how we build our business model. So many businesses may not have such model. Casper said something that Webbit is an umbrella that covered us, but every one of us has a business. Everybody you see here has a business. My money designs and sells robots, training robots. He has a robot that he sells for $2,500. People will buy $50 robot. When they think it's good, they will come for. If they will come for $100 for the field, I need that $2,500 because I want to make more money. It's all about more money. If a business see that you want to help them make more money, they will give you that leverage. And it's a very good leverage for you to run fast and do better than every other staff in that company. And before you know it, you will see that you will get your guy at the top. So come clean with them, discuss with them, and see the possibility. But before you discuss with them, make sure you have all your tool strategy to make sure you convince them that this is for positivity. Thank you.
Now let me, because he has just given you the very soft landing, let me tell you the other version of it. First, before you do that, you prepare two things, because two things can happen. Yeah. You may be fired. You understand? You may be fired, and you may be retained and even demoted in the company, and you start having a lot of backlashes. So first, like I said, in this sphere you find yourself, relationship matters. How good are you in that company? Punctuality, selflessness, performance. Are you a stubborn person in that company? Does the CEOs or the directors see you as a strong support in that company or as a troublesome person? Do you understand? Because there are people who come to your organization, they will be feeling to you that I know this business past director self. Now me suppose the position of director. You know they do am well. Don't forget, even the director, they will get the feelings that this person is actually in the way challenging me in my position. You don't have experience, they have experience. You have never failed, they failed. And that is why they are there. So before you come clean to approach the directors to say, this is what I think. Whatever you want to do should be a suggestion to them, not you giving the service. Because this is where you now decide to say, okay, I want to do this thing free for my organization. Because when we were growing up, when we graduated, we were taught how to pitch to company, how to apply. You need to tell them the value you want to bring to the company. Voluntary service. Do you understand? You are working there, and if the company doesn't make money, you won't be paying your salary. So the idea you are bringing should be to promote the company so that they will make more money and be able to say, okay, this idea is coming from this our boy. Let us promote it. Not you writing a proposal and telling them that what you want to do will cost X, Y, Z, and you know how to do it, and they will give you the money to go and do it and make the company grow. If not me, I will fire you. I don't know if you understand. So that is not their plan. You are not in their picture. They already have their team of advisors and all that. So whatever you want to do, if whoever be your superior, try to create a good relationship, a good rapport with him, and then think that something has been coming to your head, or you don't know. Should I put it in writing, or should I share the idea to you? If you say, okay, talk to me, let me hear you. Do not begin the conversation. After you have done that, you can say, this thing you just said, company will need that more. What I will do is that put it in writing and give it to me. Because the room where they will discuss that, you won't be there. He's going to be the one to be there. So you need to create that relationship, pass it on to him. If he's a genuine person and very sincere to himself, he will go there and position himself as, this is what I think we want to do. He will convince other board members and say, let's do it. Once he gets it, he knows that he's going to bring you in to do it. That is just it.
Okay, so add to that, I feel there are two ways you can actually go about this. You can either come out as you want to be a middleman for them, you get the sales, you give them their money, you get your cut, or you go to them and you tell them that you learned a new skill and you can actually market for them. So you can actually be a marketer. So if you were working as a cashier before, now you have marketing skills. So it can even be a way for them to promote you to a higher position or pay you more for you to render more services to them. You get, so there are two ways you can actually go about it. So questions, any more questions? Yeah, 2 more questions. Let's make it fast because we're out of time. Just 2 more questions, please.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm a teacher, a professional teacher.
Certified.
Okay, when I think it was Mr. Jeffrey that talked about Gerald, that talked about how to do video kind of. So it just popped into me to have this idea because I've sat here all the while thinking of how I can use my teaching experience to maybe put out on social media. So I thought about, I have a YouTube channel, nothing is going on there, I'm not a techie kind of person. So it just dropped into me lately, we were talking that, okay, I teach 4 to 5-year-olds to read after their individual blending and all that. So it just dropped into me like there are stages to this reading and writing. So since the approach everybody is using here is the free thing, so it came into me, okay, I'll teach children how to read, children that are dragging to read, even if they are older than that age, I can help them too. So I'm asking the panels now, from my own point of view as a teacher, what are the advice you can give it to me? But I came up with the DM, like after teaching the children or giving ways I can teach them to read and write, it came to me that I'll now say at the end, DM me for more a one-on-one class or section. So I don't know if that flies. If there are other advice you can give to me, I would appreciate that. Thank you.
That's the most brilliant action plan I have heard here today. That's a plan, right? And anytime I have meeting with my staff, I tell them, let's write down the action plan. This meeting now, what are we doing? Now that sounds like an action plan, right? So plan, you have a plan. The next step is execution. So my advice to you would be for you to sit down, right? Sit down, find content, keywords that are going to make these videos around you, right? So for instance, if you teach 4 to 5 years old, that's what you said, right? So how to teach a 5-year-old to read, something like that. How to teach a 3-year-old child to read. This 8-year-old cannot read until he watched this video. You know, content like that. So find those contents and write them down and start making videos around this content. Consistently, execution, right? Now, let me throw in a source to it. Create a YouTube channel, send it to me. If you can hit 1,000 subscribers between now and December, I'll give you 50K from my pocket. it's a challenge. I want to motivate you to actually take action. Right? So between now and December, that's a long time, like 5 months or so. You know, I will give you 50K from my budget.
So if I may just imagine that if you have that YouTube channel now, if we have 100 people now, you already have 100 subscribers. That's how Gerald started to. When Gerald started, if you come to you say beauty, press this subscribe button and press. You say press that. So that's start like that. Start like that. If you're coming for our next time, make sure you already have it. Meet everybody to subscribe to your channel. You see that at the end of this training, you have gotten 100. But I have a question for you. With what you have said, do you know who your clients are? Who are your clients?
My clients are everybody seated.
No?
No. No. The parents.
God bless you.
The parents are your clients.
Understand your client, you will make a lot of money. Your clients are parents. So once you make those content, we will teach out here. Don't even wait for free traffic. Run out and target parents. Straight away. In a day, you can get 20 DMs. People will beg you with their money. Because even that knowledge you can, it's not nonsense knowledge. There is no parent that doesn't want the child to know how to read.
Yeah.
And that there are many children now that don't know how to read at that age. Mm-hmm. There are many children that like phone, like my children. I don't know if you understand me. You have a good business plan, and Gerald has given you the thing to do. Execution. And don't wait for free traffic. If it's also to go and borrow 100,000, you need to run out to that your content and tell them that if you want your kid to learn how to read as fast as possible, send me a WhatsApp. You don't go to the website. Send the traffic straight to your WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Once they come to your WhatsApp, use ChatGPT to generate everything that you want to do and send it to them. Negotiate with them. Don't be so professional and corporate. Talk to them. You can say, drop me your number, I will call you. Ask them about their child. How old is your child? Does your child go to school? When does it start reading, or has it started reading at all? Is it good in speaking? Or you understand? Like give them that value, like consultation. Say, oh, the child, if it's with other children, does the child play? I'm giving you the concept that you know people are using for also. Yeah. Because when they come for our children, questions they have. Does the child play with other kids? This ask them. By the time you finish with them, any amount you tell them, they will pay. And don't charge too much for a start. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. My kids are enrolled in coding now. My first son is 6, the second one is 4. I've enrolled them in coding class. My wife told me, they are not following. I said, let them be there. You here to do. Just let them be there first. By the time they hear, before you know. I don't know if you understand me.
Yeah. Yes.
I pay the money, but they will be there, they will be looking at, they will be playing. It's better that they are looking cartoons. Before you know it, and make sure that you have a very good value, make sure you have a strategic way to make sure that the kids have value. You see, they will not be disturbing their parents. I want to see aunties, I want to see aunties that. Before you know, you are in their life, put your life inside the life of those children. Yeah. And they will give you retainership, they will continue to pay you till that child reaches secondary school. They're going to make a lot of money. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Afternoon.
I have a food business. I do food. And I also have 2 to 3 people working with me. Okay. And I have a spot where I So the only thing I notice is people that patronize me more are people within, around me. So I actually want to get in more order online. I have a Facebook account, Instagram,